Check 1, 2. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Buddington curls, drags through the legs, looks through a man, and he scores! A sensational goal by Buddington! Nicholas trying to get back, he's got Ferrari with him. Roskowski, Ferrari, and they score! And now finds a man in Hendrickson, goes through the legs, and he scores! Buddington curls, drags through the legs, walks through a man, and he scores! A sensational goal by Buddington! Nicholas trying to get back, he's got Ferrari with him. Roskowski, Ferrari, and they score! And now finds man, and Henderson goes through the legs, and he scores! Hello everyone and welcome to the Al Arbor Rink here at the Northwell Health Ice Center on Long Island, New York. You're watching live on the LI Sports Network for some CHF hockey. Your Farmingdale State Rams are set to take on the Fairfield University Stags. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jordan DeLuciano. I will be on the call for tonight's action as we see Farmingdale taking the ice right now because it is the last home game of the regular season for Farmingdale State. So in turn, it is senior night. We will honor the many seniors, the 8 seniors on this current class for Farmingdale State. Fairfield and Farmingdale, 2 Empire Conference rivals within the CHF. Both these teams currently ranked top 10 in the CHF. Farmingdale currently sitting at 7th, as Fairfield 2 spots ahead of them at 5. Both these teams at top of the Empire Conference as well, and the winner of tonight's matchup will have sole possession of first place, as Fairfield currently sits 7-1-1 within conference, and on the other end of things, Farmingdale currently sitting at 7-2 within the Empire Conference. Overall, Fairfield comes in this game 11-5-1 on the season, which has them, like I said, ranked 5th in the CHF. And on the other end of things, the home team, Farmingdale State Rams, 10-9-1. Farmingdale also comes into this game with the hardest ranked schedule in the CHF. Just a couple ratings points ahead of Ramapo. Ramapo also another team within the Empire Conference. As we take the ice right now, taking a look at one of the seniors, defenseman on the back end out of Flushing, New York, Ryan Murray. Murray known for his longevity and his discipline, a guy that does not take many penalties. I believe he only has 2 penalties this year, and all of last season he had 0. He's majoring in health promotion and wellness at Farmingdale State. Another senior defenseman on the ice right now, number 7, John Brisgornia, 5'10", 180, out of Douglastown, New York, majoring in construction management. Usually you see Murray and Brisgornia on the back end. They're usually a duo for Farmingdale. Because you got a guy in Brisgornia who's in the box a little too often, then you have a guy in Murray that offsets that, who's not in the box at all. Both these teams closing in on the end of the regular season. Only a couple games remaining for both these teams. And then it will be conference playoffs to decide the Empire Conference title. Last year it went to Farmingdale State as they knocked off Ramapo in the finals. And then both these teams will be well on their way to the national tournament, the AAU National Championship. One of the seniors right now is forward, number 13, senior Matthew Ferrari, 5'7", 170, out of Massapequa, New York, majoring in business management. He's coming off a hat-trick performance in their last game they played, was last weekend. It was a 9-8 loss against Bishop's University. Ferrari kind of started the season on a dry spell in terms of his goal production, but has come on strong as of late. 4 goals in his last 3 games. He has 8 goals, 10 assists, 18 points on the season, so a tick under a point a game. Tommy Kolakathis on the ice right now, number 22, the senior out of Levittown, New York, also majoring in business management. The guy is the hockey encyclopedia. He'll tell you everything you need to know about the CHF. Every team, every player. He even knows more than me sometimes, and I'm the one that has to be prepared for these games. For those joining us, expecting a 7 o'clock puck drop, a little bit of delay due to senior night being tonight. Now a man taking the ice, the senior out of Lindenhurst, New York, majoring in applied economics, Christian Cabal, going to be playing in his first game today since the first half of last season. He missed the second half last year and the entire first half this year due to injury. So he's back in the lineup. Something his coaching staff has been really looking forward to is getting Christian Cabal back into the lineup. A defensive core today that will be without Chris Guido today. And John Brisgornier, who we just saw before, will be kind of a game-time decision. We saw him in uniform. It's just a matter if he winds up taking the ice at puck drop. Justin Chavez, the senior out of Medford, New York, majoring in liberal arts. He scored the first goal of the year for Farmingdale way back when in their 7-0 home opener in Game 1 against Fordham. Usually we would have the PA announcements announcing the players, but something's up with the PA today, so I don't know if there's even a mic in there or something's up with the speaker, because we tried to have music during the warm-ups and the speaker kind of just blew out. So see if they're fixing that. We got some guys in the box right now trying to work on that. Senior right now, number 61, Jeremy Borsick on the defensive end out of Holtsville, New York, majoring in applied mathematics. Borsick was a guy that was not getting dressed in the early part of the season, but the decor was injuries one after another. Guido, Brisgornia, just to name a few. Jason Brennan as well. So Jeremy Borsick found his way into the lineup and has been contributing throughout the season ever since he was able to crack the ice. Or should I say break the ice. Right now, one of the leading scorers for Farmingdale, number 86, Matthew Buddington, 12 goals, 10 assists in 22 games. That has him tied for second on the team alongside Tim Duffy. But Buddington, the senior out of Middletown, New York, once again majoring in business management. This will be the third time this year Fairfield and Farmingdale, two longtime rivals dating back to the ACHA, will face off. Third and final time of the regular season. It's still yet to be seen if they face off at nationals or conference playoffs. As team captain and senior, number 71, Greg Hendrickson from Lynbrook, New York, majoring in criminal justice, gets a nice ovation from the bench. Hendrickson, 9 goals, 15 assists, 24 points in 16 games. He had a couple games he missed due to injury, and that was the time, like I mentioned, when Jeremy Borsick entered the lineup. There were injuries at the forward group and the D group for Farmingdale. and they went into a weekend, Elmira, upstate New York, for a tournament in which they were swept against Niagara, Bonaventure, and Binghamton, and they went in shorthanded. So that will round out the seniors on senior night as they skate in their final regular season home game for Farmingdale State. Goes by quick. At first you're a freshman, before you know it, you're graduating as a senior, and they tell you it goes by quick and you kind of just shrug it off. You think nothing of it. All you're thinking about at the time is, what am I going to do at practice tonight? Am I going to wake up in time for my morning class the next day? Because that was on my mind when I was told the same thing in my first year playing for Farmingdale State. And in a blink of an eye, they hit the nail on the head. You're graduating. And you're off to better things. So for those athletes and college hockey players out there that are dreading that late night practice or dreading that road trip, or dreading that off-ice training day, and you're feeling sore and you got to wake up the next morning early for class, you might think it stinks then, but savor those moments and enjoy them. Because in a blink of an eye, you're graduating. Days where you lace up the skates, you know what, you're not feeling it, let me take it easy at practice. Or you might be looking at another team on the other end of the ice that you think, and you look at the standings, and that team might not be as good as you, so like, no, I'm going to take it easy. Or you got a shift, and you're like, oh, I'm going to take it easy this shift or whatnot. You play, it's the common expression, you play every shift like it's your last. It's easy to say, but it's something that college hockey players should commit to. Play every shift as it's your last. Those long road trips that you dread, savor them, enjoy them. Because there's not many times you're in the same room at the same time with these same group of guys. As Farmingdale State is ready on their bench, just waiting for the arrival of Fairfield University. Fairfield University will be led by their leading scorer, Vincent Spaziante. Spaziante was the hero in the last time these two teams met, was here on Long Island. Fairfield erased a 4-2 deficit in the third period, and Vincent Spaziante's overtime goal gave the Stags a 5-4 win. As this game will decide who gets the season series, as Farmingdale took the first one in Connecticut, and then Fairfield took the second on Long Island. Farmingdale looks to be starting goaltender Jake Temkin. Temkin was in net 2 games ago for the 2-1 loss against Babson College. It was Joseph DeCanio, the most recent starter in that 9-8 loss in overtime against Bishop's University. As Fairfield takes the ice, they'll be in their solid whites, decked in black and red trim. And it looks like goaltender Eric Dillner will get the nod for Fairfield. Dillner on the year, 3.82 goals against average with a .89 save percentage. And the other end, it'll be Jake Temkin, like I mentioned, 5-3 on the year. And Temkin has a 3.76 goals against average and a .888 save percentage. You have teams right now on different sides of the aisle. Farmingdale currently on a 2-game losing streak, and then you have Fairfield currently on a 4-game win streak. And if you want to expand that further, a 6-game in-conference win streak. As the toughest schedule in the league for Farmingdale gets even tougher with a big Empire Conference match as we tick closer to the end of the regular season and get ready for conference playoffs and get ready for the AAU National Championship. Wondering if we're gonna do national anthem or we're gonna drop right into puck drop. I think the refs are going over it right now with the timekeeper's box, trying to make sure everything's in order here. Looks like Fairfield is going to send out to start the game Brandon Cullen, Ned Malolepsy, as well as Brendan Burke on the forward units. And they'll be backed up by Jeffrey Matthews on the back end, alongside team captain, the 6'2 defenseman out of Winchester, Massachusetts, Mark Vaughn. Farmingdale will send out Greg Hendrickson, Matt Ferrari, Matthew Buddington. So the senior line will get it going. And on the back end will be Ryan Murray and Jeremy Borsick. And as mentioned before, Jake Temkin in net for the Rams. So the battle for first place in the Empire Conference on the line. Ferrari lines up for Farmingdale. Malolepsy lines up for Fairfield, and we're underway. Both these teams have a win against each other this year. We're now in the third and deciding game of the season series, and a very deciding game in terms of national rankings. We get an offsides immediately, so all that time without hockey, we're going to continue on for a little bit more. As 13 seconds in, we get a stoppage. Fairfield, like I mentioned, winners of 4 straight, knocking off Ramapo conference game 5-4, Mass Maritime 8-5, Fordham in conference 6-2, and Quinnipiac last weekend, knocking them off 7-0. There's Eric Dillner with the 24-save shutout for the Stags, as Fairfield is averaging 6.5 goals a game during this win streak, allowing only 2.75 against. But it'll be Hendrickson. With Vaughn on him, Hendrickson will spin off, coughs it up, helped out by Malolepsy. Malolepsy tries to go to Burke, but it's poked free by Buddington. It's Hendrickson again. Greg Hendrickson goes to Ferrari. Point Valenti. Valenti on goal over the shoulder of Dillner. Ted Valenti, the puck-moving offensive defenseman back there. As from the blue line this year, Valenti 7 goals, 14 assists, 21 points. As a turnover and own end by Ferrari, but he makes up for it immediately, strips Momro, and back the other way, joined by Duffy, as they go offsides again. So 2 offsides for the Rams to start this one up. That 7-0 win for the Stags over Quinnipiac last weekend. 7 goals, 6 different goal scorers. Pete DiCelli, Spaziante, Cullen, Daly, Fejol, and Brosnahan had 2. They also had 49 shots on goal. Looks like Pete DiCelli's gonna beat this one out. Let's see if there's a penalty here. Could have went against the Rams, but nothing coming as Pete DiCelli was taken down. Duffy stripped from behind by Magina Capre. Tries to go to Pete DiCelli. He'll be picked up by McCann, the team's leading goal scorer, or should I say point getter, with 25 points in 20 games for the Rams. It'll be on goal, knocked down with a stick. Dillner will kick it aside. It'll be McCann. You don't see Farmingdale in their traditional solid whites or their solid greens. They got their black alternate stays. Valenti will fire one, blocker down, rebound trickled loose, and steered wide. Mentioned Jack Brosnahan last game had 2 goals against Quinnipiac. He also had 2 goals in that 5-4 overtime win as Fairfield goes offsides as Magina Capre was late getting out of the zone. And now without the PA announcements and without the music, you can hear a lot, at least I can, I don't know if it's getting picked up on the audio, but at least I could hear a lot of the verbal jarring that's happening between both benches. Me being someone who used to play college hockey, I experienced that firsthand, but now get to relive it with no PA, no music, so everyone gets to hear it. In that 5-4 win in overtime for Fairfield over Farmingdale, like I mentioned, Brosnahan with 2, Connor Momro with 1, as Daly will backhand one off the pad of Temkin, and he'll get the whistle. So yes, Momro, Devin Kelly, and then Vincent Spaziante, the overtime winner, to give the Stags a come-from-behind win their last meeting. And in that game for Farmingdale, Kyle Marchiona, 52 saves in the loss. Sean O'Donnell had 2 goals. Ethan Bohm and Eric Immel also contributed. You'll see a new face out there right now for Farmingdale as we get a whistle again from Temkin. Number 24, Joseph Minio, the 5'9" forward out of Staten Island, New York, one of the new transfer students that the Rams picked up in the second half of the season. He will be joined by Jonathan Critelli, the senior out of Dix Hills, New York, on the back end. So Critelli, the defenseman, and Minio, the forward, both new faces for Farmingdale, as they are both out there right now. For Farmingdale, they're still missing that key piece of the forward group, number 11, the sophomore out of Coram, New York, Jason Ruskowski, still out with an upper body injury. Kicks out in front, Mandado couldn't get a stick out on the puck. It meets a hit for his troubles, and speaking of a hit, down goes a Stag, and to the power play goes Fairfield, should I say. It'll be a tripping call. Looks like it's going against, I'm trying to make out the number here. It'll be Eric Immel to the box. So the first power play of the game will go for Fairfield, as the Stags thought they should have had one earlier when Pete DiCelli got dragged down, but it was not to be. One clean lead by Farmingdale. That's a picture-perfect start to a power play. Win the draw, clear it, off the drop. It'll be Mark Vaughan out of his own end, banks it off the boards to Matalepsy. Matalepsy looks to the oncoming shot by Kidd, and they score! It's William Kidd on the power play, and a 1-0 lead for the Stags. And that will be William Kidd's first goal of the year. So Farmingdale starts off behind the 8 ball here. As with 16 minutes left in the first, 4 minutes in, Fairfield strikes first. Down goes Momro, but we play on. Banked off the boards, nobody home for Hawkins, as Lee will steer it right back to where Farmingdale started with Cabal. Cabal to Brennan. Brennan sheds off a man in Momro and tries to find McCann underneath the stick. Lee bluffs the dump in and finds Spaziante. Spaziante's shot off the blocker and into the corner. Spaziante, nice no-look pass from behind, but he did not get all of that shot as Temkin gets the whistle. Farmingdale in the most recent game, I mentioned that 9-8 overtime loss against Bishops. Matt Ferrari had 3 goals. Matthew Hawkins had 2. They were joined by Bunnington, Hendrickson, and John McCann. A game in which they led 3-1 after 1. And at one point, late in the third period, Farmingdale was up 1. They thought they would have been up 2, but Cohen's shot there is swallowed up by Temkin. So Farmingdale was up 1, thought they were going to go up 2, had a goal waved off, and then moments later, Bishops tied the game and then won it in overtime. So a 3-1 lead evaporated, 3-1 turned into 6-2 for Farmingdale, and they were not able to hold off Bishops in a 9-8 loss. Matthews on goal, eaten up by Temkin again, and he's been tested as of late. Two tough losses for the Rams last weekend. Two completely different games. Like I mentioned, the second game was the 9-8 loss to Bishops. The day before, they let up another late goal in the third. Is a kick save there by Temkin. But they let up a late goal to lose 2-1 to the defending champion Babson. But now Duffy 2-on-1 looks on goal, gloved away into the netting by Dillner. Babson led on the back end by their great goaltending by Timothy Carpenter. Stole the show last year at the Fed Cup and did his part to hold off Farmingdale last weekend to give Babson College that 2-1 win. Murray up the boards, nobody home except for Fiegel, and he's the one to get it in the corner. Fiegel trying to shed off two black jerseys, still two jerseys on him, as the puck goes off two sticks and back into the netting. It was Jake Temkin in net for that Babson game and that 2-1 loss. So his second start in 3 games. It'll be Ethan Bohm, cross-ice Kolakathis, got kid going the wrong way. Kolakathis, shot fired, blocked off the skate of Vaughn. At the point, Kravitz on goal, sticked away by Dillner. In the corner, Kolakathis to the back end, puck kicks out for Valenti, and the net comes off its moorings. Crowd here at Long Island, eager for the first strike for Farmingdale. Nice crowd here at the Northwell Health Ice Center on senior night. One cleanly, it's Valenti firing one, and that's someone who's not going to be afraid to shoot the puck in Ted Valenti. Puck goes behind a man in Daly, and it'll be picked up. Kolakathis meets a hit by Mendato. Valenti, cross blue line, looking for a man in front. Looks like Kolakathis took a stick up high, not gonna get a call coming. Nice play through the legs there, trying to get it back to his stick, and meeting a vicious hit from behind, and that's gonna be a penalty against O'Donnell, as O'Donnell just drove Cummings right into the boards. So that's gonna be 2. It's just a matter if we're gonna get a little bit extra here and make it 5, as Sean O'Donnell saw numbers and did not let up. Stags go back to the power play, in which the first time they converted almost immediately with William Kidd's first goal of the season. So it's only 2 minutes for O'Donnell. So we got the mic working. I think we got the PA back up and running. So a win for the timekeeper's booth. Coming out, and now it's Lee. Lee, across ice, firing one off the glove of Temkin and into the netting. It'll be Pete Ticelli on the draw for the Stags. He'll line up with Ferrari. Ferrari wins that cleanly and sent all the way down by Cabal. Cabal getting thrown right back into the swing of things. Starting off on the penalty killing unit. That's a long time out for Cabal. So a long time goes by, you got to stay in shape. And looks like he has been. He's earned the trust of the coaching staff to be on the first line PK unit. We imagine a Capre links up with Spaziante. Spaziante trying to spin off Cabal. Cabal gets the better of the exchange. Puck trickles out to Brennan, and another clear for the Rams. Nice stretch pass by Dillner to find his forward group, as Marmoro will be the lone man still out there on the first power play unit for the Stags, as Farmingdale finds Kolakathis. Kolakathis on an island right now by himself. He's got 3 white jerseys around him as Vaughn will leave for Kidd. It'll be Brandon Cullen. Cullen drags, fires, into the glass it goes. It'll be scooped up by Murray. Murray around the boards, eaten up by Vaughn. Critelli could not get that out as that one changed direction at the last second and goes wide. 14 left on the power play. It'll be Cullen. Finds Kidd, the only goal scorer so far. Finds Burke in the corner in front of Malalepsi. Sticked away by Temkin. 3 seconds and 2. That will do it for the power play, but all Fairfield so far as a deflected shot by Burke goes wide. Offside's arm is up, and offsides will be the call. So with 11:13 left in the first period, it's still 1-0 in favor of Fairfield University. So Farmingdale, a team that's known to be in the box a little too much. Takes 2 within the first 10 minutes, as that one's offsides, but we play on as Farmingdale did not touch it in the offensive zone. It'll be the senior captain Hendrickson, steers around the boards. First on it will be Hawkins. Puck bounces in front dangerously, but carefully steered aside. And that'll be Kelly through the middle, hit a sea of black jerseys. He'll kick out to the near side boards. And back the other way come Farmingdale. It's McCann. McCann trying to dance around a man in Matthews. Puck kicks out again. That's the second time in a row. Puck kicked out in front of Dillner, but nobody there for Farmingdale, only Stags. And now it's a foot race, and icing is called, and it looked like Cummings had a beat on it. Good to see Cummings is back out there after taking that tough hit in the offensive zone that led to the second power play. One cleanly, Buddington will fire, and it's eaten up by Dillner. We'll drop it again. Ferrari wins it again to Buddington. Buddington spins off, finds Brennan. Brennan looks on goal. Nice move to get around one. Fires, 6-save rebound, and it's knocked away again. It'll be Brennan. Duffy wants it, gets it, finds Buddington, but just bounced over his stick. Could have had a look on goal. Buddington almost intercepted there, but Mandano will dump it in. Looks like it hit the netting on the bounce, yep. So that one come all the way back down. So now 3 offensive zone draws in a row for the Rams, as they'll send out O'Donnell, Bohm, and Kolakathis. And manning the points is Brennan and Daniel Roton. Another guy, Daniel Roton, a man who was on the D3 Farmingdale team. And then approaching the back end of the first half of the season, again, due to the injuries on the defensive core, Roton got called up and he stayed up. Kolakathis chips by Lee, has a brief 2-on-1. Kolakathis fires, pad save, rebound, boom, couldn't get a stick on it. And now back the other way, 2-on-2 for Fairfield. It'll be Pete Ticelli trying to drag around one. Good play by Murray to disrupt that break. And again, nice bounce for Fairfield. It's Marmoro. Marmoro, Spaziante leaves it, but nobody there. He thought Cullen was breaking towards the net. Boom, long flip. Kolakathis again. He's had a strong first period. Kolakathis, backhand, cuts to the net. Kicked aside by Dillner. Steers all the way around. Immel first on it. It'll be knocked down by Hawkins. Cross ice fast looking for Cohen, nobody home, but puck died out. Nice move by Valenti. Valenti now to Hawkins. Hawkins looks on goal, finds a man in the high slot, but just behind the man in Joseph Minio, and now 3-on-2 the other way. It's Matalepsy firing, and it's eaten up. Puck trickles free as Temkin thought he had it, and it was steered aside by Valenti. Saved a goal. So we got rushes on each end of the ice. Back and forth we go. A little bit of open ice here. Valenti working on a long shift right now. Tries to dance, coughs it up, but first on it, nice recovery is Critelli. Matthews first on it on the near side board, steered aside by Temkin. And now it's Brosnahan. Had 2 goals last game against Quinnipiac, 2 goals in the second meeting, the most recent against Farmingdale. Valenti tries to go up the boards, hit a body in Brendan Burke. Pretty sure no relation to the Islanders play-by-play announcer, Brendan Burke. Not that I know of any relation. But now it'll be Hawkins. Hawkins peels off, has a man go down. Leaves for Buddington. Buddington behind the net trying to Michigan it, but it fell off the blade. To the point, Kravitz fires, missing wide. Buddington trying to strip Matthews from behind. As Daly's in the corner, puck bouncing to the net and scooped up by Dillner. As we'll take a look here, this is the Michigan attempt by Matthew Buddington as it flipped off at the last second. It looked like Dillner had that post covered though. So if he got it off, it would have been close. But the Michigan has been performed by Fairfield. It happened at Nationals last year as Hendrickson's shot is blocked. It was Ned Matalepsy performing the Michigan in a rout during pool play against Fordham. Backhand on goal, deflected, still loose in the crease. They jam away at it. Was Duffy, couldn't get it home. Trying to get to the point in Cabal, puck sitting in the corner. Duffy tries to spin out, coughs it up to Marchi. And far side it goes Mandato, and it just trickled out. Hendrickson could not keep it in, but back the other way with room. Fairfield firing, shouldered away by Temkin. And that was Marchi who got a nice bounce. Now Marchi kind of gingerly going towards the bench. Marchi looks, he's hunched over in pain right on the bench. As it kicks out Piticelli, nice move around Cabal, but puck trickled away too far. In front, nobody home. Maggi Capre now throws it on goal, off a stick into the netting. 5:37 left in the first period. Stags still up 1 thanks to the power play goal by William Kidd, but now tension, my eyes at least. Ty Marchi is no gloves on, no stick. He's holding his right shoulder on the bench. So something to keep an eye out for number 88, Tyler Marchi, out of Mansfield, Massachusetts. Marchi put his helmet back on, got his gloves and his stick, and he's staying on the bench. So right now, good sign right now for the Stags. And now he's lined up on the bench, so good to go for Marchi. Back to Spazianti, and he shoots it right into the glove. Leading goal scorer for Fairfield, Vincent Spaziante. 2 goals, 4 assists in his last 4 games. And that 4 games including that 7-0 rout last game against Quinnipiac. Trying to jump in on the play there was Minio. Puck never got to him. And that'll be Mark Vaughn behind his own net. Vaughn Round the boards. Puck eaten on the hash mark. Brennan couldn't chop it down with the stick. And now Rotom will have to go chase it. It'll be Burke. Burke cooks in. Finds Malawepsi and a sliding block there by Brennan. All the way around it goes for Devin Kelly. Kelly back in, will be steered around the boards by Cullen. In front trying to go for it. Burke to Malawepsi, hit the back of the net. Matthews. Cullen. Cullen with Chavez on him. Cullen's gonna wind up eating this puck in his skates as we hit the 4-minute mark left in the first. Minio trying to fight for it, wins the exchange, and Farmingdale tries to come out. Taking a spill is Chavez, can't clear, but there's a glove save by Tepkin, and he'll get the stop. Farmingdale started off the season with all their games at home, so they had a long stretch of home games, but then they went on the road for a while, then they had one home game against Mass Maritime, which was a 10-goal rout. And that came in around middle December as that one's blocked away by Temkin. So that Mass Maritime win came in the middle of December, and then ever since then they've been on the road or on Christmas holiday break, but back the other way it's Hawkins. Hawkins leads for Hendrickson. Hendrickson in front, Hawkins, and a save made by Dillner. What a stop there by Dillner. Able to keep up with the passing and keep Farmingdale off the board. Noah pass in front, McCann bouncing free in the crease and covered by Dillner. Nice passing play here by Farmingdale, but a better left pad save. Here's the drop, and here's the pass. As Dillner timed it perfectly. Murray. With space, with time, fires deflected, rebound, save Dillner, and it kicks out to the near side boards again. Murray able to get around Marchi, who's back out there first shift after that shoulder injury, but he looks good to go. McCann hounded on the boards. Farmingdale coughs it up in their own end. It's Marchi. Marchi fires, sticked away by Temkin. Now puck still loose in front. Marchi again trickles wide, trying to wrap it home. Leach steps in, and a good play by Manji DeCapre there to skate it away at the blue line, because if he did not, it would have been a 2-on-1, perhaps a breakaway the other way. Some defensive zone blunders here by Farmingdale leaves them trapped for now, but as I say it, it'll be Hendrickson trying to stretch it up ice to Hawkins. It's a foot race. Getting there is Dillner, and slowing down Hawkins in the process. Off the skate of Kravitz, weird bounce. Pete Ticelli is offsides though, so nothing he can do there. The captain out of Walpole, Massachusetts. Intercepted Marlborough, trying to split the defense. Can he do it? And a good back check and recovery by Valenti and Kravitz. Spaziante trying to shed off a man, throws it in front off the skate of Valenti, trying to go wrap around Pete Ticelli, but it kicks out Buddington with just under a minute and a half left in the first. Duffy trying to beat Kidd, get it on the backhand, couldn't drag it in towards Dillner. Ferrari dances around one, tries to find room, fires, shouldered away, and held by Dillner. .106 left in the opening frame. Ferrari's got Duffy right behind him. Face-off won, though, by Fairfield. They'll be gloved down by Brennan. Brennan trying to dance around one, met the stick, and could be numbers the other way, and possibly so. It's Cullen, looks on goal, fires, and a snagging glove by Temkin. Farmingdale defense does like to be active in the offensive zone, pushing the puck a little deeper, being a little creative at the blue lines, but could come at the expense of your defense. As you saw an odd man rush just there, but now McCann looking to speed it into the zone. McCann firing, kick save. Only man there was Devin Kelly to steer away the rebound. McCann tries to go to the high slot, trying to find a man. Now goes Brennan. Brennan looks on goal, fires, and a block there by Meloepsi. Back on goal, sticked away by Dillner. Hendrickson there with a lunging stick, trying to shed off Cullen now. Goes around the boards to Matthews. Fairfield can't clear. Trapped in their own end of the final 13, but as I speak of it, here comes Cullen. Cullen one-on-one to defense, looks on goal, fires one wide. With now 5 seconds left in the period, looks like Brendan's gonna eat this one, and that's gonna do it for the first period. So after one, the only strike we have right now, Fairfield up 1-0, thanks to the power play goal, his first of the year, by William Kidd. From the Al Arbor Rink, here at the Northwell Health Ice Center on Long Island, New York, you're watching live on the LI Sports Network. We'll be right back with the second period puck drop.
The Farmingdale State College
Welcome back, everyone, to the Al Arbor Rink here at the Northwell Health Ice Center on Long Island, New York. You're watching live on the LI Sports Network, where we're just moments away from second period puck drop, where Fairfield University is up 1-0 over Farmingdale State College. Fairfield had 2 power plays in the first period. They struck on the first one very quickly. It was William Kidd's first goal of the year, Kidd, out of East Setauket, New York. It's kind of a back and forth period. Not one team really dominated very noticeably. There was a span at towards the end of the period where it was back and forth hockey. But nothing wound up marinating off the open ice. And off the draw, Farmingdale started up. Second period underway. Fairfield looking to extend a win streak to 5. Farmingdale looking to end a losing streak at 2. Kravitz will pick up, fire one, knocked down by Magina Capre. Hendrickson, nice shiftiness behind the net to escape Magina Capre. And now it'll be McCann's turn to go up against him, but now he'll be helped out by Lee. Magina Capre looks cross-ice, long pass to Brendan Burke. Went underneath him. And then nobody home in the neutral zone pass by Valenti. And then Malepsy throws a shot at McCann. No penalties coming, we play on. Farmingdale bench wants a call, not gonna get one. McCann and Hendrickson trying to peel it off of Lee in the far side. And Lee's the one that comes back with it. Puck pokes free. Pete Ticelli trying to beat Valenti. Valenti standing tall and wins that exchange, but now kicks off now to Spaziante. Spaziante just throws one across. Nobody home there as he kicks out all the way into his own end. Kelly will bank it off the boards. Hendrickson takes a wipe at it. He's been out there since the puck drop. Pete Ticelli helped out by Spaziante. Kelly, the defenseman, pushes it into the corner. Momro looking in front, Pete Ticelli all by himself. Temkin makes the stop. And if Pete Ticelli could have got that shot off just a hair sooner, he could have had one. Hawkins now firing one and missing on the blocker side. So one chance for Pete Ticelli leads to another for Hawkins, but still nothing to show for it as William Kidd's power play goal is the lone marker so far. That was almost an errant pass there by Murray, but Momro couldn't knock it down cleanly. Duffy stays on side, nice move there, firing. Shot got blocked down as he gives a nice reverse hit there to Jeffrey Matthews. And then Duffy laying a big hit on Fiegel. And that could have, Fairfield looks like they wanted something from that one, as that hit looked like Fiegel did not really have the puck there, so could have been a reasonable call there, but nothing happening, and we play on. Cabal, nice shiftiness there to fake off Fiegel. As Murray will flip it in. The ref got in the way of Vaughn. No icing here, and fresh off the bench to play it will Rotan. Rotan goes underneath the skate, and now Ferrari's got a cover for him. Nice play by Ferrari, the forward, helping out his defenseman there in Rotan. Fairfield had the red line, so no icing coming, and it'll be Murray behind his own net. It'll be Duffy now, bluffs the shot, trying to beat Kidd wide. Shrugs him off, throws it in front, nobody home. The only man there in a black jersey was Buddington, but he was tied up by Vaughn. But now Ferrari, nice move. Duffy's got to reach for it, comes back towards Rotan. Rotan got a hook there, yep. Penalty coming up against Farmingdale. Marchi fires, gloved away by Temkin. As Daniel Rotan will go to the box, it'll be the third power play of the game for Fairfield. The Malepsy, Cullen, Burke, the forward group, with Majina Capre at the blue line alongside Lee. To start it off for Fairfield. Coming in is Burke, firing, stick the side by Temkin, off the glass, and we truck on through. It'll be Matalepsy. Ed Matalepsy walks into the high slot, leaves it for Lee, firing into the glass. Taking a spill in front there was Burke. Matalepsy trying to cut to the middle, hounded by Kravitz from behind, and now it'll be Majina Capre. It'll be Lee at the blue line now, throws it on goal, blocker to side by Temkin. Majina Capre again. Goes to Matalepsy. Matalepsy firing one through a sea of jerseys, but hit the glass. It'll be Lee again. 1:05 of power play time. He switches off with Cullen and gives it to him. Back to Lee. Lee walks in, firing across crease, and had Temkin down, but it went wide. Majina Capre leaves it in now for Cullen. Cullen will peel off with Kravitz on him as he goes back to Majina Capre at the blue line. On goal, blocker down by Kolakathis. Cullen will scoop up, go around the boards, and Lee will meet it. Zach Lee goes to Burke. Same 5 for Fairfield, same 4 for Farmingdale as that one changed direction. And Cullen will pick up with 30 seconds left on the power play. Majina Capre. Cullen walks in, fires one, shouldered away by Temkin, bounces behind the net, and Farmingdale gets a clear. So a couple fresh faces now on the change as Burke comes in still out there. Tries to go Pete DiCelli, going back to Burke. 6 seconds and 5 left on the third Stags power play. Behind the net, in front, one timing shot, and they score. It's Mark Vaughn on the power play with 1 second left on the man advantage and a 2-0 lead for Fairfield. And Fairfield defense, it looked like that was either Brennan or Valenti in front that was caught watching. It was Spaziante behind the net. He looked like he was going, he bluffed the Michigan. And nobody picked up Vaughn in front. But right back into Spaziante again, backhand shot off the side of the net. So Vaughn will pick up his second goal of the year for Fairfield. And speaking of Vaughn, it's him again. Nobody in front to pick up Pete DiCelli, but it's blocked aside by Temkin. Momro, Kidd, off the skate, kicks it to the blue line. Fejol fires one off a stick into the netting and out of play. Right after the goal, Fairfield right back in the offensive zone, trying to keep the momentum in their favor. After Farmingdale started the period with a strong shift, it was the hooking call by Daniel Rotan and kind of turned the tide in favor of the Stags so far. Men on the back behind the net, trying to find Fejol in front, can't, as Hawkins will spin and fire to Hendrickson. Hendrickson trying to go through the legs of Kelly. Kelly meets him. Now Critelli firing one, stick down by Kelly. In front, McCann, fans on a rebound, and he scores! John McCann on the second attempt gets Farmingdale on the board. It's now a 2-1 lead for Fairfield. McCann now with goals in back-to-back, giving Farmingdale some life, giving the crowd some life, giving the bench some life. And you want to talk about a response after giving up a goal there. You come right down and get one of your own and cut the lead back to one as a strip by Hawkins. Backhand shot goes into the glass. That goal was scored by not Matthew Hawkins. It was scored by John McCann. That'll be McCann's 11th goal of the season. Looks like the crowd is giving it right now to the refs because now Hendrickson, someone's in the box right now. I believe it's McCann. Yeah, it's McCann. It might be a bench minor that this came from because the Farmingdale bench was livid. Interference they gave him. Okay, so I guess that one skipped my eye. Farmingdale bench not happy, John McCann not happy with it. So right back to the power play for Fairfield. Second time this period, fourth time this game. That'll be Lee going D to D, margin to cap right, playing it on a bounce, and he'll skip out the neutral zone ice. Fairfield, if they can get this 2-goal lead back on the power play again, it would go a long way here to really just derail the momentum that Farmingdale just got from that goal. But then Farmingdale kind of just shot themselves in the foot by immediately going to the box. Rams trying to avoid letting up their third power play goal of the game as Ferrari almost had a step there with Lee down, but the puck kicked away from Ferrari. That might be an icing. Icing waved off, so interesting there. Looks like Fairfield did not have the red line, but it might have hit a stick on the way down. Momro, men on the boards, Pete Ticelli trying to drag around a man in, looked like Kravitz down there. It's O'Donnell, excuse me. As there's now 17 left on the McCann interference penalty, but the clock really does not matter with the power play for Fairfield because their most recent goal that came on the power play was with 1 second left on the man advantage. That was Mark Vaughn, as that one trickles into the glove of Temkin. So McCann will be released in 5 seconds. If Farmingdale can win this draw, maybe they can stretch him out of the box, but it's won by Fairfield. And picking up will be Kidd firing one. Blocked down, rebound knocked away by Cabal, and 5-on-5 we go. And Murray just had his stick snapped in half there, but able to avoid any disastrous situation. Icing arm up, and icing will be the call. You see Spazio, and it is the broken stick right now. Always breaks at the worst times. It'll be dropped to the left of Temkin. O'Donnell still out there for Farmingdale. He'll line up against Spaziante. Spaziante pushes it forward, going backdoor. Pete Ticelli could not connect. And that is a face-off play that Fairfield loves to do, dating all the way back to the national tournament last year, but now O'Donnell trying to get a loose puck into the corner. Fairfield in the offensive zone, they love pushing that puck forward and then trying to hit the winger on the backdoor feed. Kicks free for O'Donnell, 2-on-1 quickly with Bohm. O'Donnell to Bohm, and a pad save made by Donor. We got a whistle here for net off its moorings, so the faceoff will come down anyway. It would have been an icing. But another nice save by goaltender Eric Donor on another 2-on-1, very similar to the one that came in the first period. As he had to go back across his body to make the stop. McCann off the draw. It'll be Valenti at center ice, got Spaziante all over him. Spaziante still chasing after it. Pete DiCelli getting involved. Hendrickson trying to keep it. And now behind the play, Kravitz and Spaziante all tangled up right in front of the official. So no harm, no foul there with Spaziante and Kravitz. No one going to the box right now.
You need a burger.
And it'll be Kravitz behind the net, loses it now to Brosnahan in front, had Temkin down, but it kicks across wide. Cross ice feed to the point. Matthews off a stick all the way into the glass. So we play on through. Kravitz 2-on-1 in the corner, being hounded on the boards, but he'll be helped out by McCann. McCann just threw it right out of play. So if you do that in the NHL, if you just throw the puck out of play without a deflection in your own zone, that's a penalty. But here in the CHF, a little bit of a different story. You just cannot make a line change, so no harm, no foul. Poke free, probably a 2-on-1, and it will be. The Rams the other way firing. Pad save by Dillner. Hendrickson rebound, and another stop by Dillner. Hawkins gloves it down, gets it back, goes Hendrickson, McCann, and it just went over his stick. And now back the other way, it's Cameron Daly by himself. Will be muscled away by Temkin. Farmingdale bench and crowd up in arms right now. They thought there was a cross-check on McCann in front of the net. It'll be one, back to Marchi, turns, fires, did not get all of that one. Cummings trying to get back on a wraparound, hit the side of the net. Kravitz now will go up the boards to Hendrickson. It'll be Zach Lee, cross ice, long pass trying to find Mandato. It'll be broken up by Brennan, and back in it goes into Fairfield ice. It'll be Maggi Capre. Marchi. This Farmingdale team, in 14 games this year, they have scored 4 or more goals in 14 games. But in 12 games this year, they have allowed 4 or more goals. So a team that can score a lot, but has had their struggles defensively, as well as sometimes goaltending, which was a strong point last year. And they're going up against a team in Fairfield, I mentioned in the first period, during this 4-game win streak, are averaging 6.5 goals a game. And coming off a performance against Quinnipiac, an Empire Conference rival, in which they put up 7 and went up nothing. Buddington, by himself, went to offensive zone ice. Bluff's going to the middle. It's got Mark Vaughn all over him. Cullen tries to chip it past the man, and he does. 3-on-1 for the Sags. Matalepsy, Cullen, Woodburg. Cullen fires, and a stop made by Temkin. A huge save by goaltender Jake Temkin there. A 3-on-1, and this is a rarity. A 3-on-1, and the puck carrier elects to not pass it. But you know, when that passing lane is cut off to go cross crease, you could leave it to the high man, but hey, he elected to shoot, nothing wrong with that. And back the other way, it's O'Donnell for Farmingdale. O'Donnell goes behind the net, Kolakathis. O'Donnell now battling with Vaughn. Vaughn swats it like a baseball. Cabal, knuckle puck shot, bounced over his stick, did not get all of that one. O'Donnell, boom. Plays catch behind the net. O'Donnell trying to wrap it around, rebound out in front, and the net's off its moorings.
Don't be happy. Mayday, now go.
Who's going to get that all-important next goal? Farmingdale trying to tie it for the first time, and Fairfield trying to get their 2-goal lead back that they had very briefly thanks to Mark Vaughn's power play goal, but was quickly answered by John McCann.
I saw that.
Burke fishing for it. Murray comes with it and shoots it underneath the glove of Dillner. Boom. Murray plays it off the bank, winds, fires, blocked down, comes right back to Murray. He'll steer it around the boards. Vaughn will go chase. He'll be helped out by Cohen. Hits off Vaughn, gets around a man, pokes free, 2-on-1 possibly with Burke, with Matalepsy, and it goes right underneath his stick. Kidd fires one, hit a body into the glass now, as Burke is in there battling with Cabal, and that one goes underneath Kelly. You got a tired forward group right now for Farmingdale, as they're going to be stuck out there due to the icing. In CHF news, if you have not been following social media on the CHF website or the CHF Twitter or Instagram account, or if you're not tuned into my podcast, the CHF Overtime Podcast, every Wednesday, then the news is that the CHF will now be turning into its own league of college hockey under the name AAU College Hockey. As I mentioned during the pregame festivities, it's no longer the CHF Federation Cup. It will be now the AAU National Championship beginning this March 10th. And beginning next year, it will be a new brand of college hockey. You'll have NCAA hockey, ACHA club hockey, and now AAU college hockey, which will include over 140 new teams such as Farmingdale and Fairfield. Bank pass, boom, trying to reach it, and he does, got Kolakathis, boom, looking for Kolakathis, and the pass was too high. Pete DiCelli scoops up. He's got a man in Marlboro, could not find him, pass too hard. It's McCann. Finds Hawkins, could be numbers the other way. Hawkins finds McCann with a lot of space, tries to go back in front, but a sliding block there by Jeffrey Matthews. He played that one very soundly on the back end. Alex offsides. Yep, offsides will be the whistle. Mentioned in the first period, first place in the Empire Conference on the line here. Winner gets sole possession. Fairfield with their 7-1-1 record in the Empire. Farmingdale with their 7-2 record as Hendrickson's shot is denied, and another shot denied by Dillner. Back-to-back stops on Hendrickson. Long flip goes all the way up, and that's many times. We're losing count today that Dillner has stuffed Farmingdale on the doorstep with the pads. Behind the net, Fairfield trying to find a man streaking in front, and Cummings, pass too high for him, back in front it goes, knocked down by Valenti, can't clear, good back check by Fairfield. Penalty now coming up against Farmingdale. McCann looks like he's going to the box here. Dillner to the net, 6-on-5 until the Rams touch up. As I speak of it, they do. And for the 5th time this game, Farmingdale will be shorthanded. They're going to get McCann here for cross-checking. And we'll take a look again at Dillner, not one, but 2 stops on Hendrickson. So here's 1, with the left pad, and then there's 2 with the right. Fairfield already 2 power play goals in the game, and that's been the difference right now for the Stags, up 1. Cohen finds Vaughn at the point. He goes to Kidd. Kidd with Chavez on him, goes back Vaughn center point. Vaughn drags, fires, missing on the blocker rebound. Cohen, and a stop made by Temkin as the net comes off its moorings. Did Temkin get a piece of that, or did Cohen just miss? Because if he got a piece of that, that is a phenomenal stop by Jake Temkin. It might have hit his helmet. Pad save there by Temkin, fresh off the draw. Chavez will get the job done on the clear. Thrown on goal by Malawepsi, and getting the glove is Temkin. Face-off now be to the left of Temkin. It'll be Spaziante and O'Donnell at the dots. Spaziante got the assist on that Vaughn goal, and he wins it back to Pete Ticelli. Spaziante. Magina Capre. Spaziante. A lot of A's here, a lot of Italian names. You would think the Italian names would be coming from Farmingdale, but it's all Fairfield this game. Spaziante on the near side. Magina Capre, center point. Now to Pete Ticelli. To Lee. Lee walks the line. Goes Pete Ticelli now. Fires one, and missing wide of the blocker. 50 left in the power play. Fairfield very methodical on the man advantage here. Lee. Pete Ticelli firing one across the crease. Nobody home. Now Spaziante gets it. Momro down on top of Temkin. We're going to get a stoppage here. Net off its moorings as Momro collided with Temkin. Farmingdale will switch up the forward group. They'll leave the back end in there. And around the boards it goes Brennan, and he'll get the job done. Magina Capre has to play it at center with 30 left on the McCann cross check. Spaziante on the near side boards, helped out by Pete Ticelli. Critelli now. We got Critelli and Pete Ticelli out there right now. As Critelli for Farmingdale gets the job done. Magina Capre in his own end with 7 left on the power play. Brennan. McCann exit, 5-on-5 we go, will be Hawkins. McCann, Hawkins, and Hendrickson. Finds Hendrickson, has to play it on the backhand, pad save, rebound McCann, and another stop by Dillner. He has been very strong tonight. And now it'll be Connor Momro, trying to speed his way into the zone, does. Meets a stick there, big collision behind the net. Momro down, slow to get up is a Farmingdale defender. I'm trying to make out who it is. I think it's Critelli. So, due to the icing, Farmingdale can't change, but Critelli will be able to because he's banged up right now. So Critelli now walking off the bench. He's going to be helped out by team doctor, Dr. Jeff. Back the other way comes Farmingdale. Hendrickson to McCann, the high man firing, blocked down by Kidd. Doesn't know where it is, but now Brosnahan will play catch with Kidd. Hendrickson tries to flip it up the boards. McCann there, meets a stick from behind. Could have been a hook, woulda, shoulda, coulda, but we play on now with just under a minute left in the second. Cabal tries to scoop it down with the glove, hounded by two white jerseys in Fedro and Mandato, but helped out by McCann. McCann goes Duffy, Duffy goes Hendrickson. Mandato walks free, tries to find a man down low in Marchi, could not connect as Kidd will steer it in, but it's immediately intercepted, but not able to push it further as Cabal gets his body on it. Mandato now at center, helped out by Kidd. 2-on-1 briefly, maybe Cummings trying to shield on the backhand, can't find Mandato. Duffy in there first, negates the icing. 10 left in the period. Puck stuck on the back of the net here. Let's see how long they go here. Buddington in front. Ferrari, 4 seconds at 3. Valenti fires, blocked down Kravitz. He's got 1 second left, and a sliding block there by Vaughn, and that will do it for the second.
End of the second period. Stats 2, Rams 1. Shots on goal.
So with 1 period left, just like at the end of 1, at the end of 2, Fairfield will skate off up 1 with a 2-1 lead. From the Al Arbor rink here at the Northwell Health Ice Center, you're watching live on the LI Sports Network. My name is Jordan DeLuciano. I'm going to step aside. And when we come back, we'll have third period puck drop. Fairfield up 2-1 on Farmingdale. Welcome back, everyone, to the Al Arbor Rink here at the Northwell Health Ice Center on Long Island, New York. My name is Jordan DeLuciano, and we're just moments away from third period puck drop, where Fairfield University holds a 2-1 lead against Farmingdale State College. Fairfield can thank their one-goal lead to going 2 for 5 on the power play. Their first came very quickly into the man advantage. It was William Kidd's first of the year. It gave them a 1-0 lead. And then in the second period, they got their second power play goal with 1 second left on the 5-on-4. Vincent Spaziante found Mark Vaughn creeping in from the blue line for a one-timing goal that beat Farmingdale goaltender Jake Temkin on the glove side. And then just moments later, John McCann for the Rams picked up his 11th of the year to cut the lead back to 1, and that's where we stand. First place on the line in the Empire Conference. Seeding in the rankings is on the line, as Fairfield's currently the 5th best team in the CHF and Farmingdale the 7th best team in the CHF. As we're underway, one more period to decide it. There'll be Malolepsy, curls, fires, over the net it goes. We picked up by Cohen behind the net off its moorings again. Both goaltenders have been strong for both sides, as Dillner has been asked to make back-to-back saves, make it 3 in a row at times, and has stood strong. Lee will throw it on net, kicked away by Temkin. Ferrari, nice move around the back of the net, kicks out in front as a turnover into the high slot. Cullen was right there. Maggi Capri plays with the glove. Nice move by Buddington to find some space. Matthew Buddington with Malolepsy covering for Maggi Capri. And it'll be Buddington coming out from behind, tries to throw it in front. And he fanned on the pass or shot attempt as that one hits a stanchion. Weird bounce for Fairfield, but a nice move by Malolepsy to exit the zone. Ned Malolepsy holds forehand, fires, blocked away by Temkin. Momro to the point. Vaughn will fire one, blocked down by Duffy. It caught him right in the hand, maybe the groin or the stomach area, but he's feeling that one. But Duffy first on, he's gonna get called right back in action, shoves off a hit, powers through, but it comes to the blue line for Fairfield. Vaughn throws it on goal, trickles wide. It'll be Pete Ticelli. Kidd throws it on goal, rebound, wide open net, Momro, and he couldn't put it past the falling Temkin. All Fairfield to start the third period. Pete Ticelli thrown in front off a skate, kicks out to Kidd. William Kidd. They'll dump it off into the corner. Spaziante, backhand pass in front, broken up by Ferrari. Can't get it past Momro, dangerously in front. Goes the pass as Buddington will clear. Icing will be called.
Just a last reminder to go check out the 50-50 raffle. The winner could be you.
So this Farmingdale group still stuck out there. It's going to be Buddington. I guess Ferrari was able to get off the ice as Hendrickson's going to take the draw now. And Duffy's still out there after getting hit with the puck early on in the shift. Took 2 hits on the boards later on. As Valenti will go off the glass, heads up as the fan dropped it. So Farmingdale will get the change now as a young kid in the crowd gets the puck. It'll be Fiegel, Daly, and Brosnahan, the 3 for Fairfield. As McCann, Hawkins, and Hendrickson will counter. Right to the point, Matthews. Shot blocked down by Murray. As Cabal will get to it, off a stick, icing arm up again, and beating it out is Hawkins. Hawkins goes across, trying to find McCann, hit a couple of bodies. First on it will be Cabal. Hendrickson. Cabal to the blue line, off his stick. He played it with one hand on the stick, so he did not have much strength to receive that pass because he was Again, only one hand on the stick. And now intercepted the other way come Fairfield. Firing on goal, pad save there. It was Mandato all by himself. And now back the other way come the Rams. It's McCann. McCann firing, shouldered away by Donor. Puck still loose, kicks out to the near side boards. Cabal keeps it. It'll be Hendrickson behind the net. Trying to wrap it around, goes back again behind. Hawkins trying to find it off a pinball. And exiting will be Mandato for Fairfield. Mandato fires one, missing on the block, on the glove side, should I say. As Bohm meets a hit for his troubles. Cabal battling with Mandato behind the net. Puck kicks back towards Cummings and Bohm. As looks like McCann blocked the shot and he's feeling the effects of that one. And we got a penalty coming up here against, I believe, Fairfield on a slash. So Farmingdale will go to their first power play of the game. I think it's going to be Christopher Cummings on the slash. And yes, they'll be the 5'11" forward out of Wall, New Jersey. So the first power play of the game for Farmingdale, and a chance to tie it with 16:32 left in the third. They got Hendrickson, Ferrari at the dot, Bohm on the left wing, and you got Buddington on the left D along with Valenti. And immediately cleared.
Penalty assessed to number 15, Christopher Cullen, 2 minutes for slashing.
It'll be Ferrari starting in his own end. Will go offensive zone ice, sticked away by Zach Lee. And coming to the near side boards, it'll be Duffy. It'll be Valenti at the point, firing one off the post. He got it through a bunch of jerseys. Valenti again will fire, blocked down, and now 2-on-1 perhaps for Fairfield, shorthanded. It's Spaziante. Spaziante, well, joined by Marchi, and Marchi shoveled it wide, net off its moorings, but we're gonna play on because Farmingdale has the puck. Yep, Farmingdale elected to just get the whistle blown.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winning ticket on the 50-50 raffle is 200931. Once again, that is 200931. If this is you, please come to the store.
So sometimes when the net comes off its moorings and the team has the puck that it's their net, and they have a lot of time and space, the other team's backing off, usually they just let the play go on, and the ref will put the net back on its moorings, but not there. As they looked like they were gonna let it go. Farmingdale has 1:13 left on their power play. Won by Fairfield, so back-to-back faceoffs won by the Stags. While shorthanded, it's a key faceoff, but Kidd cannot get that cleanly across, but gets the job done nonetheless. Nice play by Burke. Burke strips it free. Burke shorthanded, and Murray's able to make up for the miscues at center ice. It'll be Brennan. Cross ice, Hendrickson has to play it on the bounce, try to chip it around Vaughn. Vaughn just gets it right back, but he hit his own man on the bench, and it'll be an offensive zone draw for the Rams with 40 left on the power play. Won by Farmingdale, but a little too far out of the reach of Hendrickson. As Farmingdale a little too casual in their own end, as Malepsy could have fired one and got poked away there by Murray. Hendrickson dances through. Hendrickson with 10 left on the power play. Hendrickson hounded in the corner, trying to get away from Kelly. 3 seconds and 2 on the man advantage, and that'll do it for the power play. Murray, though, finds Hawkins. Hawkins trying to go back in front to Hendrickson, and he scores! the senior captain, Greg Hendrickson, just as the power play expires and we're all tied up. And it was Matthew Hawkins that tried to get it to him, and the puck got slowed down because the pass was disrupted, but I feel like that puck getting slowed down, it benefited Hendrickson because it got Dillner down sooner rather than later, and he was able to get it over him. Now Bohm trying to drag through the legs, and Farmingdale trying to mount some momentum after tying the game, but down behind the play now, it looks like it's Bohm. Cabal firing one, block it away, rebound kicks out in front, and just trickled wide. Bohm back up now, stick in hand. Bohm in front off the side of the net, comes out Cabal. Cabal walks in a lot of space, block it away Dillner. Bohm trying to scoop up the rebound, and it kicks out the center. Farmingdale, not much happening on the power play, but the moment that clock ended on the man advantage, they picked up the pace, tied the game, and an icing against Farmingdale. As Duffy's not happy, he believed he beat that one out. So that'll be Greg Hendrickson's 10th goal of the year, his 25th point, assisted by Matthew Hawkins. Hawkins will get his 13th assist and now 19th point. Morrow keeps it in, but not for long. Intercepted by Duffy. Duffy hounded from behind. And back the other way will be Fairfield. Spaziante trying to get around Valenti, and he does. Spaziante looks on goal firing, trying to go short side on the glove, and hits the glass. Magina Capre hits the glove of Temkin.
Farmingdale State Rangers would like to wish a happy birthday to Gladys Duffy. Happy birthday.
I guess Farmingdale State would like to wish a happy birthday to Gladys Duffy, grandma of Tim Duffy, who currently has the puck right now. Buddington finds Duffy. Duffy firing, stopped by Dillner, and he gets the whistle. Tim Duffy, the junior out of Wading River, New York, majoring in business management, having a very solid first year with Farmingdale, as he has 11 goals, 11 assists for 22 points. Be Vaughn to exit. Vaughn links up with Cummings. Cummings holds, fires, gloved away again by Temkin. Going into the season for Farmingdale, it was Joseph DeCanio's net, but throughout the year, goaltending has been up and down for Farmingdale, so it's any man's job right now. The other goaltender is Kyle Marciona, the freshman out of Lake Grove, New York. As you kind of want to have that hot hand that you ride into playoffs and ride into nationals. It's nice to have assurance, like a two-headed monster back there, but you want to have a go-to guy in net. As Kravitz will keep it in at the blue line and find Duffy. Duffy trying to power his way out and does. Puck finds his way to the net. Duffy, and he scores! Tim Duffy takes the lead for Farmingdale. It is 3-2. So a nice birthday present for Gladys Duffy, the grandma of Tim Duffy, as it's back-to-back for the Rams, and the first time tonight they take the lead. And isn't it odd, after nothing much happening on the power play, they used the bad power play as momentum in their favor. As guys are tangled up right now, Chavez's helmet is stuck. There you go. Matalepsy and Chavez's helmets got stuck to each other. You had to have backup there. You got to get Matthews in there as well as Cabal to break them up. That's a weird one. Don't see that often. As Tim Duffy will now pick up his 12th of the year and his 23rd point. Behind the net will be Cohen. First time today, Fairfield's got to play down. As Immel will come out with it. Going down is Chavez, but we play on. Thought there was interference, not going to get one. Throwing it on goal, blocked down. It was Minio. And trying to counter now with the Sags. Kelly wants it, gets it, goes backhand, met from behind by Chavez. Stickless now is Temkin. Jake Temkin, goaltender, no stick right now, so you got to keep an eye on that 5-hole. Fijel's one-timer broken up. Matthews pass back door, sliding block there. Fijel again, blocked again by Farmingdale. 2 blocks in a row, helping out a stickless Temkin. But now speaking of stickless, Temkin will get his stick back. Critelli trying to get out from his own net. He does, gets the job done, meets a hit for his troubles. McCann gets in the way of that flip out. McCann firing, blocker save by Dillner. What a reactionary save by Eric Dillner there as McCann had a quick release in traffic. Hawkins cross the blue line, but they go offsides. 10:35 left in this one. The narrative has changed. Farmingdale up 3-2 over their Empire Conference rival, Fairfield University. As I just tried to combine the word Fairfield and Empire, and I got Enfield. Don't even know what I just said. Enfried. That's what happens when you're trying to talk too fast. And you got 9 million thoughts in your mind. Kicked around in the low slot as Magina Capre got a stick on it. It was going to be Magina Capre now to exit. Trying to dance around a couple of black jerseys. They'll be helped out by Zach Lee for the Stags. Lee winds, fires, blocked down by Valenti. Lee still with it. Around the net goes Spaziante at the blue line. Valenti off the board, trying to find Marmoro. Hendrickson fans on the clear, so stays in now for Fairfield. Friendly fire off the leg of Marmoro, and exiting now by himself is McCann. McCann will fire one, sticked up into the air by Dillner, and then knocked away to Magina Capre. Puck finds its way out of Farmingdale ice. It'll be Mark Vaughn now. Vaughn slips away from his own man Spaziante. And it's blocked down again by the Farmingdale defense, this time Cabal. Boom. Meeks at the red line, will chip it in. First on it is O'Donnell for the Rams. O'Donnell with Vaughn on him. He'll cycle. Spaziante now with Kolakathis on him, gets the job done. And back the other way comes Marchi. Marchi with a man going to the net. It was Mandato, but cannot find him. Kolakathis trying to find it in his feet. Winds up shoveling it into offensive zone ice. Inadvertent fire pass there, boom! It's sticked away by Dillner. Again, talking at 100 miles an hour there. A dangerous pass there by Fairfield, almost very costly, as Bohm had a gorgeous look on goal, but a better stop there with the stick by Eric Dillner. Buddington to the point, thrown on goal, knocked down, puck still loose, Ferrari, backhand shot, they stuff away at it, turnaround shot, Buddington knocked away. It's Brennan now, looking for Buddington, and he missed him. Now it's Burke wide open for a breakaway, they find him, Burke all alone, and he missed wide. It's chaos on both ends. Farmingdale oh so close to a 2-goal lead, and Fairfield right there on the doorstep to tie it. Buddington now, back the other way, around the net, and he just missed on the far post. To the point. Critelli trying to keep it in, eaten up by Ferrari. Now Buddington, got tired legs out there for Fairfield. Ferrari, around the boards, Critelli. Critelli, D to D, Brennan. Brennan, trying to dance around a man and does. Trying to dance around a second, meets a hit, and spun off the puck by Matthews. It's Buddington, behind the net, backhand pass broken up. And Fairfield will flip it all the way out to safety and get a much needed change. Lee, first on it, pouncing on it. Offensive zone ice, Zach Lee trying to get around Valenti. Now you got Critelli on him. Now you have tired group out there for Farmingdale. Narrative is switched, but a pad save and a cover-up by Temkin. Farmingdale has the hardest schedule in the league, and every single one of their games have been like this. Whether it be high scoring or low scoring, they're all nail biters for the most part. Fishing it out free, Hendrickson gets it stripped away. On goal, pad save, rebound off the side of the net. Net off its moorings. As it was Cameron Daly oh so close on the doorstep from tying this one up. And there's Daly cutting across the middle, and it just went just out of his reach there. It was a Farmingdale defender just lunging there. And off the draw, Spaziante knocks it down. No goal there as it was waved off. Puck never crossed the goal line. It was a close one, but now Hawkins the other way with space. Trying to go backhand in front to Hendrickson. Broken up turnaround shot loose and knocked free by Fairfield. Just the chaos continuing on both ends of the ice. That Spaziante play was very close to going over the goal line. An errant pass there by Hendrickson. Crucial turnover. Piticelli knocked away by Temkin. And McCann can poke this free to 2-on-1, and he does. McCann with Hawkins, 2-on-1. McCann, Hawkins, and a brilliant stop by Dillner. Who is writing this script? Eric Dillner keeping his team afloat. Look at this stop with the blocker. I'm losing count the amount of times, and that one by Bohm goes into the glass. But I'm losing count how many times where Farmingdale could have took a 2-goal lead, and then right after that, Fairfield could have tied it, and we're just going back and forth here. Glove down by Cabal. Nice bounce for Farmingdale. Colacathis in on goal, forehand, and he scores! The tables have turned. It's the 2-goal lead for Farmingdale. It's Colacathis on senior night. You just had to know something was going to give, whether that was the game-tying goal for Fairfield or it was the 2-goal lead for Farmingdale. And we're going to get a pause in the action, a timeout for Fairfield. As Dillner has done everything he could. as Kolakathis will get his 3rd of the year, and Bohm will pick up the assist. It'll be his 8th assist of the season. But Eric Dillner has done everything he could, just including moments before that, a brilliant 2-on-1 stop, and then right after that 2-on-1, it was a 2-on-0. But this time, Farmingdale had the answer going 5-hole on Dillner. The 2-goal lead has flipped on Fairfield. They were up 2-0 thanks to 2 power play goals. Farmingdale immediately answered and got it back within 1, and it was the beginning of now 4 unanswered. We're witnessing a battle of 2 of the top 10 teams in the CHF. It's Cullen at the blue line, blocked down by McCann. And McCann will skate out, just dump it in. You're going to see a lot of that now from Farmingdale to try to chew up this final 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Cullen to Matthews. Matthews crossed the blue into the red, and he'll throw it towards Temkin, who's been very strong back there for Farmingdale. Now off his own net is Brennan, but he'll fish it off the netting, go around the boards, and kept in by Matthews. Kicks out. Kelly, a lunging backhand to keep it. Hendrickson wins the exchange, and now it'll be McCann. As the seconds tick away, the minutes go by. You got to start keeping an eye on goaltender Eric Dillner to see if he's going to the bench anytime soon. I think it's a little too. Some coaches nowadays are a little bit more anxious to pull their goaltenders earlier. So we'll see if Fairfield elects to be the same way. But right now with 4 minutes and 40 left in the game, puck's in their own end. It's Valenti. Valenti met a hit after he got rid of the puck. Easily could have been interference, but nothing coming. It'll be Valenti again. Valenti firing, blocked down, goes all the way to the far side. Ferrari, he'll steer behind the net to Buddington. Buddington, met by Maggi Nicapre behind the net. And it'll be Maggi Nicapre to skate it out. Trying to dance around Duffy. Duffy just waited for him to make a move and Maggi Nicapre elected to just dump it in. Speaking of dumping it, that will go all the way down for an icing. So 3:58 left in this one. And Farmingdale's up 2 over Fairfield. Farmingdale looking to end Fairfield's 4-game winning streak and also looking to end Fairfield's 6-game winning streak within the Empire Conference. Brazian slaps at it off the draw. Maggi Nicapre will scoop up at the blue line and go around the end boards. Duffy, right now his goal stands as the game winner. Daly in front, trickling around. Brazian couldn't get that towards Temkin. Maggi Nicapre will meet it at the boards. He'll be met by Kravitz. He'll long flip it into the glove of Buddington. Buddington trying to skate free, and a good back check and recovery by Maggi Nicapre. Puck over Daly. And it'll be Lee now. Dillner not moving yet, still sitting in his crease. Shot by Lee, brought down by Murray. And back the other way come the Rams, it's Ferrari. Dancing around Maggi Nicapre, leaves for Duffy. And now Ferrari collides trying to get to the bench. Ferrari had a collision with the Fairfield player. I think it was Fiegel going to the bench. Kolakathis strips Fiegel from behind. Puck bouncing now to Bohm. Bohm with a foot pass to O'Donnell. O'Donnell firing one off the side of the net. And now 2 Rams caught behind the play. If Fairfield moves, they can keep him trapped back there. Matalepsy, 2:40 left in the game. They need 2, but we're gonna get a whistle now. Vaughn taking down Cabal. And that you can't do that if you're Mark Vaughn. You're down 2 with 2:40 left in the game, and that is as ill-advised as possible. Farmingdale bench axing for 5. And you'll see number 2, Vaughn, right there. Cross check to the head, and then a takedown. You're the captain of the team, you know? You're down 2 goals with 2:40 left in the game. Your team's gonna need you to get 2 here within the next 2:40, and now you're gonna take 2 minutes in the box. And now Farmingdale is really in the driver's seat now. We want to talk about as ill-advised as they come. Mark Vaughn, there was absolutely no need for that. No need. Cabal didn't do anything. He was just passing on by. Farmingdale now can really put the nail in the coffin here, as you're going to start possibly seeing Fairfield be awfully aggressive shorthanded. It'll be Murray to McCann. McCann, cross crease. It's Brennan, pad save McCann, and another stop by Dillner, rebound McCann, and they score! It's McCann's second of the game, and just like that, the lead is to 3, now 5-2 for Farmingdale. And that penalty by Mark Vaughn is the dagger. It's the killer right now. As now Vaughn is just losing it on the bench right now. And you're the captain of the team. You're the leader. You're the senior defenseman back there. It just cannot happen. First of all, the penalty can't happen. You can't do that. That is unacceptable. This late in the game, you're down 2. And now the scene that he threw on the bench, that's even worse. Not even worse, but it's just as unacceptable. Momro with space. Momro trying to get it back, and it's snagged by Temkin with style. Up ice it goes. There'll be Hawkins. Hawkins the scoop up, trying to get around a man. He does. Hawkins in front off a skate. It goes behind the net. Hendrickson to pick up. Hendrickson fighting for it. McCann in there as well. It's now a foot race to the puck. Pete DiCelli dragging down with McCann. No penalties coming. We truck on through with Momro. Connor Momro behind the net. Finds Spaziante. He'll flip it cross ice, one-timing Lee, bluffs Momro, now firing, blocked down by Critelli, and Brennan will clear. So I do not think Dillner is going to be pulled here for the extra attacker. 1:25 left in the game. Fairfield needs 3. As Farmingdale, a season, you look at their record, right now 10-9-1. It's just been up and downs all year. They hit a skid, losing, I believe, 5 in a row at one point. After having such a great start to the season, they come off a weekend on the road in which they had 2 winnable games slip through their fingers. Playing against the toughest schedule in the league. You go down 2-0 at home on senior night, the last home game of the season, and you proceed then to score 5 unanswered goals. And there's a penalty coming up again on Fairfield. It'll be Christopher Cummings to the box. And right now, it's just an ugly finish here for Fairfield. Cummings not happy with it because it was back and forth. It was Cummings and Ferrari both going at it at neutral zone ice. But Ferrari was the one who went down, and Cummings is the one who goes into the box.
And the Rams are on the power play. Penalty assessment number 15. Christopher Cummings, 2 minutes remaining.
Lee wants it, streaking to the zone. He'll get it. Lee looks, fires, fought off by Temkin. And it'll be Lee behind the net. No empty net now with 53 left in the game. It'll be 5-on-4 still. But right now, Fairfield in the offensive zone despite shorthanded. It'll be Buddington, picks up at the blue line, trying to drag it, he does. Buddington on the backhand, and a stop by Dillner. So Farmingdale with this win will improve to 11-9-1. And Fairfield will drop to 11-6-1 on the year. Farmingdale will finish up their regular season both on the road at Fordham on Friday, February 10th, and then Sunday on the road, February 12th against Quinnipiac. Fairfield, on the other hand, will finish up. They got a lot more games left. Not a lot more, just 3 extra more. They have 5 left opposed to Farmingdale's 2. As Bohm will walk in. Puck kicks out to the corner. It'll be Buddington throwing it in front. 10 seconds left in this one. As it'll be knocked down by Cameron Daly. And that will do it. The last home game of the regular season for Farmingdale on senior night. It's 5 unanswered goals against Fairfield and a 5-2 win for the Rams. So Farmingdale got in a hole. They took the first 4 penalties of the game, which led to 2 power play goals for the Stags. And like I said, 5 unanswered, capped off by a power play goal of their own for Farmingdale. It was John McCann's second of the night, as all the seniors got it done. Kolakathis got on the board, as well as John McCann's 2, along with the captain, Greg Hendrickson. So one more time, your final. Farmingdale 5, Fairfield 2 from the Al Arbor Rink at the Northwell Health Ice Center on Long Island, New York. My name is Jordan DeLuciano. You've been listening live on the LI